Hi, welcome. In this tutorial, we are going to learn about HTML and the basic coding for HTML. First of all, we need to know what is HTML. So the basic HTML introduction is HTML is the standard markup language for creating web pages. What is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML is the standard markup language for creating web pages. HTML describes the structure of a web page. HTML is like a skeleton of any kind of a website. It is the backbone of a web page. HTML consists of series of elements and tags. HTML elements tell the browser how to display the content. Every content you see on the internet or every content you see on the web page is somewhere connected with the a single web page or single HTML code. HTML elements label pieces of content such as this is heading, this is a paragraph, this is a link, etc. So this was the HTML introduction. For basic, we will go to see an example of our basic coding. So here I am using Microsoft Visual Studio Code. You can use whatever Notepad, Notepad++, or whatever code editor you have. Moving forward, I have already installed this software and now I am going to create a basic coding for HTML file. First of all, you need to go to the file, new text file. Now we have to save this before creating any code. Click Ctrl+S and pop-up menu will be open. Here you will give the name of your file. I am going to create a one document or one folder here. I am going to create a file. I am going to give it name home hello world because it is my first coding. So hello world p1 and I'm going to save it as a which type of file? All files, or we can go with the direct HTML file. Now click save. It is generated a HTML file for me. Now for the basic, we have to always remember whatever we are going to start, we have to close it. HTML start with the HTML coding, which is angle bracket start HTML and we are going to close this. Now because of this is a AI code editor, it is giving me both suggestions, both output, closing and entry. We just have to we just have to enter the code and it will close automatically. Moving forward, now we are going to give a head of the page. So we are going to start with the angle bracket start HEAD and angle bracket close, and it will already close for us. Now moving forward, we are going to give a simple title for our page title, and I'm going to write my first web page. It is very simple. Now moving forward, we are going to write our body part. The body part consists all the elements and all the data which you see on the website, which is starting off body body and closing the body, and whatever we write in a body stays in a body, and it is the only way you can show off in a HTML or in a web page. Now moving forward, I'm going to write a simple code here, which is paragraph p1, sorry, p. Now moving forward, we are going to write a paragraph like this is a paragraph. Okay, now we are going to write one more thing, that is heading. Take an example of h1, starting of angle bracket h1 and then closing of angle bracket. and because of this is a smart code editor, it will already close for you. It will close for you. Now H1, this is a H1 tag, or this is just a H1 heading. Now we have to save it. Because we have already saved it in a HTML file, we just have to go to the HTML file. Okay, we'll go to the documents where you have saved your HTML file. In my case, I'm going with the documents, HTML tools, HTML basic. We have created two files, but we are going with the hello world p1, which was our file. And now we will click on a here. We will choose any kind of browser, Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, Firefox, etc. etc. Whatever we have installed in our system. Now you can see we have already created a HTML file or web page, which consists of two things: paragraph, which is on the top, and H1 heading, which is in a bottom. So this was the basic of HTML. We will see in our next tutorial about the elements and other things. However, let me explain you what are these. So basically in this tutorial, we have used what? We have used the simple and unique things, that is HTML. HTML elements is the root element of an HTML page. It is a root element of a HTML page. Okay, moving forward, head element contains meta information about HTML page. Every kind of a meta information is saved on a HTML page. Now what is meta information? Meta information are like the uh, information about the HTML or HTML web page, right? Like title, this is my first web page. As you can see, it is showing over here my first web page, right? Moving forward, title. Element specify a title for a HTML page which is shown in the browser as a title. So this is how you will see a title on the first of the in the tab list. Now moving forward, body. Body element defines the document's body and is the container for all the visual content such as headings, paragraphs, images, hyperlinks, tables, lists, etc. Every kind of other thing which is other elements which is present for a which is required for a web page, it contains in a only stay in a body tag. Now moving forward, the H1 element defines a larger heading. We have from H1 to H6. However, I'm using here H1 for the information for the example, and this is the element that defines a larger heading. Moving forward, P tag. P tag is a paragraph tag. It's an element defines a paragraph. It's an element that is defines a paragraph. The P elements represent as a paragraph. So this is how you will see a basic HTML coding. In next tutorial, we will see other things also. Thank you.